All right, let's move on now to the third main topic today. And the third main topic today gets sent in to us from another one of our Patreon supporters, Angry Irish Benjamin. And Angry Irish Benjamin writes, "Hey, John, you may have seen this online already, but apparently there are Marvel fans buying tickets to Avengers Endgame online and selling them on eBay for, drumroll please, $15,000. I don't know what to think about that. Do you?" What Angry Irish Benjamin is referring to is this is a story that this isn't fake stuff. This is actually true. Some people were able to get in and buy up a bunch of tickets in a lot of theaters and decided that, hey, everybody wants to see this movie on opening night. I can turn a tidy little profit. And they started to sell them for ridiculous prices. How ridiculous? Well, according to CBS News, tickets as high as $15,000. Now, this is not a golden throne in the middle of the most exclusive movie theater in the middle of Kevin Feige's house. This is not a special theater seat where Scarlett Johansson will rub oil on your shoulders and give you a shoulder massage while you watch Avengers Endgame. It is just a regular, average, gum on the bottom of the seat movie theater ticket that some people thought, hey, we can actually sell these for $15,000. Now, Rob, I have 2 points of view, two frames of mind when it comes to this. Number one is I have no problem in the world with the basic concept of reselling your tickets. I myself have had situations where I bought tickets to something, usually 6 or 7 months in advance, then find out, oh, I can't make it now. Okay, I'll see if I can get my money back for these things. And I've resold the tickets. At face value, maybe a couple of bucks more for my pain and hassle. What I detest is the notion of people taking tickets that other people could have bought exclusively for the purpose of creating their own market. Like, they never intended to use these tickets. It was their intention to steal these tickets before other people can buy them, so that people now, if they want these tickets, they got to come to me, and I'm going to charge them double. I'm going to charge them triple. I'm going to charge them 5,000 times more, whatever the case may be. I think there's a special circle of hell for people who do that. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, in Hamilton, Ontario, we had a CFL team, that's the Canadian Professional Football League, called the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Go Cats go. Oski wee wee, Oski wawa. Holy Mackinac Tigers, eat 'em raw. That was the big battle cry. It's a stupid battle cry. To this day, as an adult, I have no idea what Oski wee wee, Oski wawa, Holy Mackinac Tiger Cats, eat 'em raw. I have no idea what that means, but we yelled it, damn it, because we loved our Hamilton Tiger Cats. Back in the day when Tom Clements and Rocky DiPietro, anyway, I'm going down memory lane here. Okay, but as a kid, my dad had connections, so he could always make sure he got us our tickets. But I remember every time we would go to the game at Ivor Stadium, there would always be scalpers out front. The guys who got tickets early so no one else could get them, and now if you want to get into the game, you got to come buy them off me for an increased price. Scum of the earth. Scum of the earth. And the notion that people were, on a day when everybody was having a hard time getting tickets in the first place, the idea of some bottom feeders swooping in to take those tickets out of the hands of other potential real fans who wanted to go see it, only so they could mark up the prices and try to take advantage of other people's fandom. Oh, you love Endgame. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that you love Endgame. Give me $500 for an opening night ticket. Now look, ain't nobody going to pay $15,000 for a movie ticket when they can wait 4 hours and go to a 2 a.m. screening instead. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But there are people who are spending $200, $300 to buy second level tickets, that's from Scalpers, to opening night first showing in their local theater. I mean, come on, guys. Wait a day. drive 10 extra miles, go to a different thing. I don't know. I don't see any point of it, but it does kind of highlight that, like a big NFL football game, there is a desire that people want to see the stuff to the point that they're willing to pay not $15,000, but far more than face value. I don't know, Rob, you hear about this kind of stuff. What is your reaction to it? What do you make of all this?
I've got 4 tickets for the first show at the Cinerama Dome. 15 grand a piece. You can have them. I don't care. I would take that money in a second. I could pay my debts. I could probably get a car. And there's a hell of a lot of Hot Toys figures I could pick up, including all of the new
Thanos ones.
Infinity War and Endgame figures that are coming out. But no, look, for me, it's like I've hated scalping. If I like going to concerts growing up, and I hated the fact that you couldn't just, the fans, I liked it when bands would start like through their own websites, you could buy tickets. But
right, yeah.
I've been preyed upon by scalpers since I was a kid. I've always hated it. I'm like, you don't even like this band. Why? You know, I understand, but it's a free market economy. And frankly, some of the ticket companies are complicit, especially like Ticketmaster. It's not like they didn't know this was going on. But I agree with you philosophically. I think that why would anybody want to snatch? It's like taking candy from a baby. You don't take candy from fans. That's terrible. Those are the diehards. They deserve their tickets. However, 15 grand is a lot of money, and I'm perfectly willing to sell my tickets. Contact me, go through John, and if you want them, they're yours. 60 grand, and I'll give you all 4.
Now, I have to admit too that, like, I was doing a show live while trying to get my tickets for opening night for Endgame. Despite the fact that I'm going to see the movie twice before opening night, still, I want to be there opening night, damn it.
I do too. I'm seeing it early too, and I'm going. I like seeing the Marvel. Ever since the Avengers, which was like an event, I went and saw that publicly. I was surrounded by my friends, and people were so into it. It was so much fun. You feel that electric energy. It's like nothing else as far as movie going goes.
And so I'll admit myself, if I started having problems, if I continued, I should say, having problems trying to book those tickets, and somebody came to me and said, now the tickets are about $23 a piece. If somebody were to come to me and say, hey, psst, kid, come over here, and I sneak into the shadows, you want some of these tickets? $50.
You sound like Rocket. You sound like Rocket Raccoon.
And
like he would scalp tickets to kids.
Rocket would totally be that scumbag. He would totally, and then offer me an eye. So Rocket Raccoon is hanging outside the AMC and says, I've got something here you may like. And I go in there and he opens his jacket pocket. How would you like some front row seats, or not front row because that'd be bad for the movie, but some middle back seats and blah, blah, blah. And they said $50 for the first showing of that Thursday in the AMC Prime Theater, $50 a ticket. I gotta say,
yeah,
to be a part of that, I will admit I'd probably take it. But the moment he says $100 a ticket, I'm like, I'm good. I can wait for 3 hours until an 11 p.m. show or until a midnight show. I'm good. I'm good for $100 a ticket because they got me and I want to buy 4 or 5 other tickets. I'm not spending $500. I'm not doing it. So I get the idea that there is a value attached to it, but this whole thing about somebody, number one, that you would think that somebody would actually buy a movie ticket in some random theater for $15,000 is just absolutely ludicrous.
First of all, I would think that if somebody actually had the money to spend $15,000 on a movie ticket, they would already have the resources to have made sure that they had their own tickets. I mean, if you got that kind of disposable income, you've got people, you've got top men that are working for you that will make sure you have your Endgame tickets.
Top men. Yeah. They've got 16 high school kids working summer jobs just on their phones constantly trying to buy you're absolutely right. Anybody could,
like, what is it, Veruca
you just made the best point.
Who was the rich person in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory who bought hundreds of thousands of boxes and had them over? Yep. Veruca Salt's dad, right? I want one, Daddy. I want a golden ticket. I want to see Endgame.
You just made the absolute best argument out of the whole thing. So I don't know. Listen, let me ask you guys this. As ridiculous as this sounds, number one, what do you think about the notion of scalping? I'm not talking about legitimately, hey, I bought tickets to something, now I can't go and I want to sell them. But what do you think about the notion of scalping in general? And how much, if you are somebody looking forward to Endgame, I'm curious, please do me this favor, honestly, and be honest with yourself and with the film fan community. Jump down to the comment section and let me know, honestly, you were too late. You couldn't get opening night tickets, but you won them. You got offered tickets by a scalper. I'm curious to know, how much would you actually be willing to pay?
Yeah.
I'm coming out. I'm going to be clean here. I'm coming out. I'm bearing my soul. I would probably spend up to $50 a ticket. I probably would for that night. Now, fortunately, I also have people working for me in the form of Ray Ora who did go ahead and buy me those tickets while I was doing the show trying to do. So I did get mine, but I would probably have been willing to pay up to $50. What would you guys have been willing to pay to see opening night first showing in your favorite movie theater? Is it no more than face value? Is it $50? Is it $100? Ah, come on. Is there some of you who would actually pay $200 or $300 for it? Jump down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.